everyone, it's Haze and it's once again time for the Miraculous Monday meme review where my friend Hedge finds me the very best memes about Miraculous from across the internet and I react to them. However, you made him sad because no one submitted any memes in my Discord server. Alright, I just won't do a viewer one this week. So let's go with the first meme. Can we at least agree orchestrating your childhood friend's crush's first ever slow dance to kiss him on his birthday is better than confessing your love to your fairly new crush on the first anniversary of his mother's death? Yeah, I will agree with that. Don't get me wrong, the dance was creepy. Like, I have really vivid memories of The Bubbler. The Bubbler was the first episode of the show I watched, so don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad episode, but it's definitely like, I don't think it's the greatest first episode to see. Like, I think a lot of people, Stormy Weather was their first episode. For some reason, The Bubbler is the first episode on UK Netflix, or at least it was at the time I watched it, which was when I was 21. I'm gonna be 29 in like 2 weeks, so it's been a while. But yeah, no. Although I will say I always like it when I'm like reading Miraculous fanfiction, where Chloe is kind of like, obviously she's not biologically Adrian's sister, but when she's kind of written like that, where they have more of a sibling relationship, I love it when it's written like that. I don't know, no. I've never shipped them. Even if Chloe was a good person, I still don't think I'd ship them. They're just kind of more like brother and sister to me, honestly. Next meme. 15 hours later, feed him oatmeal porridge. Give Natalie my apologies and a box of chocolates. Don't forget to clean up my lair when you're done. Not those horrible shell shapes. Cheryl shapes? Is he talking about like on clothes, like a scallop shape? To be fair, I also hate a scalloped edge. And don't forget to wash him. What, Adrian? But washing it, no, I think Adrian, I think he got that. I think he's got it down. I mean, I would love it if he gave all those instructions 15 hours later. Although, like, realistically, is like, I don't think he'd care, like, what Adrian eats for breakfast. And also, why isn't he saying pancakes? How dare he? Why are we giving him porridge or some pancakes, baby? No! Keep going with the pancakes. Better pancakes than yours, because apparently they taste awful. But pancakes. And also, people have been asking me. So I uploaded my first video for the Miraculous cookbook that came out, which I think is a really good book, honestly. If I could do Gabriel's pancakes, if they're in there. They're not in there. Which is a shame, because they're iconic. But also they're meant to taste bad, so I might just have to make my own pancakes. I've never actually made pancakes before. And I feel that the pancakes Gabriel makes are very different to the pancakes that my mum would make at home. Like, my mum would make, like, I think they're probably more similar to, like, crepes or crepes, however you're supposed to pronounce them, where they're very thin. Very thin, whereas Gabriel's, so they're quite thin and big. Kind of look a bit like an omelette, but obviously taste very different. Whereas Gabriel's are quite small and like this kind of size and kind of like a little bit thick. I think they're kind of more like American style, or I think here we'd usually call them like Scotch pancakes. Oh no, I want Scotch pancakes. I was literally at Tesco before, why didn't I get some Scotch pancakes? Oh, I might have to go out after I filmed for pancakes. Anyway, next meme. Being a designer but wearing dreadful outfits. Yes! Honestly, I don't think Gabriel's are that hideous. Right, okay, his outfits were cohesive. I would never wear them, especially not those bright red Hot Topic 2005 pants. Absolutely not. But I definitely loved his all-white outfit. I was never a big fan of any of his, like, I wasn't a big fan of his Hawk Daddy outfit, his Shadow Daddy outfit, may he rest in peace. And the first iteration of the Monarch Daddy design, like the one we get in Evolution, in some veins I kind of liked the design because like on the blazer it had like the fractured panes, and I know it was meant to symbolise like which Miraculous he was using because like different colours would light up, and you could argue it's to symbolise how like his mind was slowly fracturing, a bit like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman costume in that adaptation of Batman. But like it just wasn't good. However, I really liked the one he had at the end because honestly it was quite scary, and like Gabriel in like season 1, 2 and 3, he wasn't really, or even 4, he wasn't really a threat, you know what I mean? However, in season 5, because he has all the Miraculous and he starts like torturing the Kwamis, his abuse of Adrian really steps up in season 5. He obviously was still abusing him in previous seasons, but the way he treats Adrian in season 5 was certainly a huge step up in comparison to the other seasons. So his design was quite scary, honestly. Not like I wasn't actually scared, but like in comparison to the other ones, like he looked like a proper villain, you know what I mean? Whereas the other ones are just like So there's this guy who wears this really long blazer in his house sometimes with a balaclava and thinks that's it. No, I wasn't scared of him, but in comparison to the other ones, I definitely think that was his best design. So the final iteration of Monarch Daddy. I definitely loved his all white outfit, and I was never the biggest fan of the outfit he wore seasons 1 to 4, but I did quite like it. But Marinette, no. It's not that I don't think tights with shorts can't work. It's not a favourite combo of mine. I think the only time I've ever worn it in my life was when I did my whole like fashion breakdown video on her to show people. And honestly, the biggest issue I have is the heaps of dead space between her feet and where the shorts end. There's just nothing. Like, I know she was wearing jeans last time, however they were kind of interesting because they had all the white top stitching on them and they weren't full length jeans, they were like 3/4, so there was like, it created some interest, and now it's just boring. So like, I like sparkly tights, but no. No. She needs to wear boots. I love the shoes, don't get me wrong, it's like my favourite part of the outfit, but it just doesn't work. No. And the amount of comments I still get, people being like, oh my god, I love shorts and tights. Are you saying I've got no fashion sense? No! No, you can wear what you like. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you're like unstylish or a terrible person because of it. The same way me not liking that also doesn't mean I'm a terrible person because of it. Two things can be true at the same time. I just don't get people. Next meme. So we have release season 6 in order or draw 25. Disney Channel airing episode 2 first. Well, it definitely seems that Thematic Queen wasn't ready, but not gonna lie, I don't get the order this season. I know Thomas said it doesn't matter, but I'm just like, I think the reason I'm frustrated with it is because seasons 1, 2 and 3, it really truly doesn't matter. I know I did my timeline video, but honestly, with the exception of a few episodes here and there for seasons 1, 2 and 3, it really doesn't matter what episode you watch them in. That video was more for like, if you really care, this is the correct order. But it doesn't matter. Like, you can watch like all the season 1 apart from Origins in any order you want really, and like Volpina, but it's not gonna matter. And again, even if you watch Origins right at the end, I don't really think it matters all that much. But then I really remember vividly during season 4, Thomas being like, this is when I still followed him on Twitter at the start of season 4, because the first episode we got was number 6, Furious Fu, which Glue had, I'm pretty sure. Was it RTS? Can't remember. And Thomas was like, oh my god, please no, don't watch it, it's really important you watch season 4 and then later on season 5 in their correct order. So I'm just a bit like, why are we just throwing that out the window? Are we gonna do like 6, 7, 8, as in season 6, 7 and 8 with no order mattering? Then we get to 9 and 10, he's gonna be like, it's now important again, don't watch ahead. You know what I mean? I don't get it, personally. And this is not about having to wait ages for episodes. I don't care about how long I have to wait. Honestly, first of all, as a fan, I like the show that it kind of goes on longer because it's not already yet. You know what I mean? So let's say they had it already and they aired 1 a week, like on a Saturday morning or something, it would be over in 26 weeks. And I kind of like the idea of it being on for much longer. And also, as well, as a creator, it gives me chance to make videos in between episodes. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in Mr. Regress, which is going to be the next episode to air, but I am assuming, because of the name of the episode, it is going to be somewhat important to Adrian and possibly towards the secret about his dad. So after that episode airs, well, first of all, because there's no episodes before it, and I have time to make theory videos about it, then after it airs, at the minute we have no airing dates or anything after it, so I'm also going to have the time to make theory videos that bounce off from that could say more about other episodes. So honestly, for me, it's not about them taking the time. As a fan and a creator, I truly don't mind, and also just from like as a creative myself in like the media space, I understand animation is really difficult, and I would rather the team behind it take their time and they're not overworked and they're not under pressure, they're just able to take as long as it takes to get it right. So I truly don't mind. For me, it's not about how long it's taking, it's just like, what is this random order? Why? Next meme. Me on the weekend, me on Monday. This is so true. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I don't know how I ever managed to do 5 days at school. No clue, because right, so the way it was for me, so in primary school and high school here, which is ages like 4 to 16, or for me 4 to 15 because of when my birthday is, was 5 days a week. And then at college, the college I went to, which is 16 to 18, or for me 16 to 17, again because my birthday, we did 4 days a week and we'd have 1 day off in the week. And then at university for my degree I was only in 3 days a week. Just got progressively smaller and smaller time. So I don't get, because you'd think as I got older I'd have more energy, but I just seem to have less. Like since the age of 16 I've been like, I'm too tired for this. It's not been a recent thing, it's been like since I was 16. Like I mentioned online just to some of my friends about back problems I'm having, like, oh, you're getting older. I was like, actually no, I've had these back problems since I was 5, like there's something wrong with my back. Like I've been born this way. It's not like me getting older. Like I'm assuming it will get worse as I do get older because that's how bodies work and stuff, but like no, I've had it my whole life. I don't know how I ever managed to do it. 5 days a week, no, never again, can't. Next meme. Marinette when Sabrina held up a mouse, Lila and Chloe. Marinette when Sabrina wants to be with her friends and her on movie night. Absolutely agree. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because like after confrontation, Sabrina in the episode after, like everyone has basically like migrated as far away from Chloe as possible. I think Sabrina sat with Nathaniel or something in Collusion. I think it's Collusion. The end of season 5, because a lot of them begin with a C or R. The last few episodes, they all just kind of melt together in my brain. And they all, yeah. I find them difficult to keep a track of. Now we're not in the season, and actually fun fact, I still haven't learned all the episode titles for this one. Yikes. I know. It's because they all got released together. Like in season 4, we got fed them gradually. So before the season started, we knew about Daddy Agrest, and then we found out like 2 or 3 at once, and then right towards the end, they released like the final 6 titles, and it took me ages to learn them because they're all released together. I'm really bad at names, so I can learn them when they come out gradually. I'm like, okay, I can learn 2 at a time, and by the time the next come out, I memorise them. So I only know the episodes really that have come out. And also my beloved Better Be Good Sleeping Siren. Like I am really looking forward to that episode, like just based off the titles, that is personally the one I'm the most excited for. So it better be good. Better be good. I'm expecting a Kim and Ondine episode. It better be good. But yeah, back to the actual meme. I don't know. Yeah, I also love that during the scene they're in the science lab and Zoe's like, how about inviting Sabrina? And again, like all the girls are like, they obviously know what Sabrina did. They're all there in the courtyard when Sabrina did the thing when the toilets or whatever, the temporary toilets to do the one-way mirror or whatever. So they all know what Sabrina did. And then we have Kagami who's just like, yeah, no, I don't really like it. And I'm like, you've never even spoken to Kagami. Like I appreciate you standing with the rest of the girls, but like, come on. Next meme. Zoe with it. Oh. That's really cute. I'm actually not a big dog lover, but that's very accurate. Love that. Next meme. Oh god, okay, so we have Felix. Episodes taken to find Hawk Daddy's identity. 2. Episodes taken to find Emily Agrest. 3. Miraculous stolen against enemy. 15. Episodes taken to Riz Crush. 1. Can't believe I just said Riz. I don't use Riz. I know what it means, but it's just like, I'm too old for this slang. We have Ladybug. Episodes taken to find Hawkmoth's identity. 128. Episodes taken to find Emily Agrest. 130. Miraculous stolen against enemy. 0. That's right, because she didn't even get the butterfly. Episodes taken to Riz Crush. 106. Then we have Cat Noir. Oh no, it's not good. Episodes taken to find Hawk Daddy's identity. Not applicable. Episodes taken to find Emily Agrest. Not applicable. Miraculous stolen against enemy. 0. Episodes taken to Riz Crush. 110. And I'm not denying that any of this isn't factually correct, but when you put it into like just raw numbers like this, you can just see how much more OP Felix is than the rest of them. Like he's hardly in the show, so he's been like Felix, Daddy Agrest, Wrist Strike Back. He was in Multiplication, but he wasn't in Paris. Then Emotion Pretension. Representation? And then right at the end of Recreation. Like, so he hasn't even been in 10 episodes. But unless we're counting the start of Revelator. I couldn't say it then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, he's managed to do all that. It just shows, like, they They just bring him in through the plot forward. He managed to do all of that. Like, really, realistically, those tasks should fall to the other two, not him, because he's hardly ever here. Next meme. Felix caused more damage to Marinette out of all the Miraculous holders, but he also technically helped Marinette more than any holder by leading her to Gaby Baby being Monarch Daddy. Agree, but that will also always annoy me. First of all, the story and representation is so wishy-washy that not everyone was actually sure that Felix told Marinette who Gaby Baby was. But then even though she knows, she waits a whole day to do anything about it. Like, I would have been there immediately. Like, right, let's go. And then even when she does rock up, it's like representation didn't happen, because when she sees Monarch Daddy walk in with Natalie in his arms and then he de-transforms, it's Gabriel, she's like, oh my god. She's like, yes, it's like she had no idea. So I was just like, right, okay. Like, agree. Also, I still don't buy the reasoning why he didn't turn up in confirmation or recreation to help. And I know Thomas said like, oh well, it's human business and he's a senti monster. Whilst that's factually correct, I agree with that statement. He had no problem involving himself in non-senti monster behaviour previously. So why does this one matter? Like, they obviously needed your help, mate. So why don't you just come and help, you know? So that is it for this week's meme review, because there is no meme review of viewer submission meme. But as always, if you do want to submit one, please join my Discord server, which will be linked down below. You basically join the server and you find the right channel, you post it in there. It has to be a meme you've made, not just one you found. We have a different channel for that, and everyone votes on them. So please, submit a meme for the meme review, or you'll make Hedge cry, and also me. So anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you think of this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!